always gets fucking disconnected. Anyway. Bum 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 bum. YouTube Spaces. Can I actually do that? Let me see. I can't do that. Officially live. Let me post that on the space. There we go. Boom. All right, let's see what fucker we can find today. Andas. This is one to keep an eye on. Got a nice little gap here. Might be two crows here on Andas. Let me double check. Gotta get the right candle formation. You know, we can't fuck around and find out. Hay café. Está bien, gracias. I'm gonna pop out the chat. Let me get the right candle structure for this one. All right, so this candle structure is, let me see if that's gonna affect. So this one might be a two crows, or two gap crows. Let me see, two gap. Oh, there we go. Upside gap, two crows. There we go. Upside gap, two crows. All right, so it can't be upside gap, two crows, because the previous candle, this one, did not engulf the previous candle. So it's not two upside gap, two crows. That's not it. Let's see here. Upside gap, two crows. Upside gap, two crows. No, it's not that one. Bearish kicking, dark cloud cover. Dark cloud cover. Is it? Oh, so where's bearish piercing? Bearish piercing. Huh? Let's see. Piercing. Bearish haramis. Harami bearish. Harami cross. Morning star. Piercing line. Here we go. Piercing line at support. Piercing line. Bingo. Oh, bullish and bearish piercing line. There we go. Found it. A bullish pelto and a piercing line. All right, well, that's not going to work. Let's open up Bitcoin real quick. All right, so Bitcoin's the only one moving. All right. Piercing lines above. 200 2-day pattern. The first day is black. The second day is a long white candle, which opens a new low. Close above the midpoint. The preceding shows an example of a piercing line. Black candle forming on a downtrend. Next, it opens further, perpetuates bearish. However, the market rallies all above the midpoint of the previous black day. A bearish and bullish belt hold. Support. Piercing line at support. Came back bearish, and then you came back at the piercing line. It's good to remember some of these conversations. Right at the low, the bullish belt formed for just a few days. This increased the odds of an upside. Prior highs are not determined the reversal succeeding. A dark cloud cover. Pattern concerns enough to the first day. Gaps over. Reversing. Isn't pointing out the second day's open must be above the upper shadow. It has to be in the next thing, gaps over the white candle. Candle cover, dark cloud cover. Yep. So where's the bearish piercing? Where the fuck is the bearish piercing? So dark cloud cover, I know. Right, I got that one. Okay. So the cousin is the bullish piercing line. The opposite is the dark cloud cover. Piercing line, dark cloud cover. Got it. Almost forgot it. It's been a while. All right. Ondas. Very interesting. We still have a couple more points to the downside. I mean, I would love this back around at the golden pocket. More than likely, probably get back around 1047, aligning with the support area. So 1021 would be an area to look into. We'll figure it out. So bearish piercing line, not a bearish piercing line though. But we'll leave it at 1025. So that's gonna be an Ondas play. Let's hopefully we get back around 10, 11 bucks. I'll put an alert there at 11 o'clock. Hey. All right, so we put an alert on Ondas. Let's take a look at Playboy. PLBY, Playboy. Trading at $1.85. I don't think people need that kind of porn. SCWO water play. Ooh, yeah, this one is very interesting. Very interesting. This one has found a support area bounce, or at least it likes this area where it's been consistent here. Alright, turn this shit green. Likes that general area. But also likes to reject roughly 290. So we're below 290. So it's in a range. In a fucking range. For those of you tuning in, my YouTube link is in the Nest live. You get to see what I see. I'm just pretty much going through tickers, going into next week, prepping for next week, and that's pretty much it. Just boring shit. Figured if I'm gonna work for an hour or two in my free time, might as well stream it, right? So fuck it. Alright, so let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go into the tech. I haven't seen the tech watch list in a long time. So SCWO at support. VLN 60, almost had 70%. No, actually, I had like 100%. AMPX at the harmonic completion, rising to the 0.5. Had a nice little rally to the upside. NEXT, almost at the completion point off the harmonic support, or it's at least the completion area. This one is on my radar. This one next is next. We still need another 11% to the downside. SPWH, harmonic completion here, not quite bouncing off of the area I would like it to, but there is a hammer on the daily here. There is a hammer at the daily. Almost has, oh, that's actually a descent block formation, price action completely coming down, but if you notice the wicks or the candle structure on these candles, they're getting shorter and shorter, and that is called a descent block, the weakening of the suppression to the down, the weakening of the progression to the price action to the downside. So as long as you see weakness, this is called a descent block candle formation, a descent block, okay? There's also something called a bullish deliberation. You also have something called a four-way breakaway. There's so many ways to consider candle structure theories and formations. But in this case, SPWH at the harmonic completion had a nice little gravestone doji at the pinnacle top, and now we do see a descent block formation here, meaning a double bottom is in play. Okay, meaning a double bottom is in play. It found support again at 135. So this thing is eventually going to move to the upside, which I should take a play in going into next week. We do have bullish divergence, class B, on top of the double bounce, and a hammer at the impulse at support. Well, actually, that is the impulse. Okay, that's a bullish setup, descent block, finding a bottom or a common bottom at 135, double bottom here. This is a good sign for potential reversal to the upside. And you have bullish divergences on top of that. Bullish divergence. Very interesting. Almost exactly. Let me see if I can get a flat one, though. It's a shitty bullish divergence, not a strong one. But there is a hammer at the bottom, so we'll consider that. I think there's chat. Oh, okay. All right. So, SPWH, I might just take a little snap at this thing going into next week. Domo, this one, absolutely a fucking Mormon play. A Mormon play. This ticker, absolutely coming down. And the crazy shit is it's over sold territory, which is even crazier. Which is even fucking crazier. DOMO. Typically, you want to see some sort of range or some sort of, let me see if I can actually get it, a wedge to the downside, which we are seeing on the RSI, which is clean. I like that. I like catching these knives, but these are just patience. We got to be patient with these knives. Very, very patient. But we are seeing a channel here on the RSI. I love to see that. We broke below exactly a key area of support, or at least we mitigated 821. And we are just continuously seeing bearish engulfing. Look at that bearish bell toll candle with the Marabuza opening. Look at that. Beautiful bearish bell toll. When the prevailing trend is to the upside, you have a Marabuza opening with a huge engulfing bearish bar with a nice little wick. That's called a bearish bell toll. Bearish bell toll candles are absolutely one of the most bearish shit you want to see, because it's a continuation to the downside. And if you notice the downside momentum, look at that other bearish engulfing off of this bearish bell toll candle. That is clean. So Domo, continuation to the downside. Even though we do have a harmonic completion here, it's not ready yet. Maybe Monday, Tuesday. We'll see next week. We do see a channel to the downside in the RSI. We had an RSI failure swing happen on Domo. I do see that as well. Price action getting into the oversold or overbought territory, at least in this case, oversold territory below the 30 mark. Price action then tried to pivot, but it failed back inside, creating divergences. If you guys notice, divergences deep in the bear zone, right? Bullish divergences. Let me actually form that. That's actually a great confluence to a potential breakout. The confirmation RSI failure swing was breaking above that pivot. at 30.47 on the RSI. And look at that massive rally. You had a nice little engulfing bullish candle. Look at this one, right? So if you took that RSI failure swing, well, congratulations. You observed the opportunity in this segment. All right, price action completely getting collapsed here, but at some point it's got to find the mean reversion. All right, some point it's got to find the mean reversion, created divergences bullish in the bear zone, and look at that momentum to the upside, but then it collapsed. You had a bearish harami forming, all right, bearish harami forming after that RSI failure swing, and what proceeded after that was potentially a 3 inside down, a candle structure. Well, 3 inside downs are technically 3 bars, but this one was like technically 4 or 5, but this is a bearish harami. So what proceeded after that was a bunch of haramis, and once you broke below exactly 872, the trend was intact. Look at that gravestone doji and the continuation to the downside. And then look at that Marabuza bearish belt hold opening, which is a continuation to the downside. But this thing is not done yet. If you're trying to find if you're trying to catch this knife, the knife will be catch. It's just not ready yet. So Domo is definitely on our radar. There is another one I have in the Discord, and I might as well just announce it since I'm already on stream. Robot Sammy working. That's damn right I'm working. Shout out to the Discord. You guys have been active. I love it, man. You guys have been killing it on the Discord. I mean, the community is growing, which is kind of insane. Which is really kind of insane. But anyway, moving on to the next play. So Domo's on my watch list. Domo's 100% on my watch list. Actually, let me put an alert system here. Let me put it, let's say it gets to 782. I'll just put that there. ANGO is another one that one of my Discord members put up in the Discord chat. This one's another knife play. Another knife play. Shout out to King Kento. King Kento. All right. All right. Now this candle formation, believe it or not, guys, this is a 4-way structure on upside gap 2 grows. Let me get you the exact number or the name, excuse me. So this is called a bullish breakaway pattern. A bullish breakaway pattern. Now, if you guys don't know what happened here, basically some sort of CEO switch up here, but this is technically called a bullish breakaway pattern. You have a gap coming down, and this is a 4-day pattern structure, a bullish breakaway pattern. Okay. It starts with a black day followed by another black day. Let me actually get this one going. Followed by another black day. Okay. With the exception of the third day, okay? You got the breakaway, the gap, the third candle. 1, 2, 3, the third candle. This is called a bullish breakaway. Notice the candle size and the wick on this candle structure. Okay? Price action tried to come up here, at least get inside here, the real body candle, get inside this bearish engulfing or bearish candle. So the psychology here is very much intact. That means that this exhaustion or this sell-off is going to stop at some point. Okay, at some point. But we do like this progression to the upside. That one candle was a clean indicator like, hey, wait a minute. Bulls are finding value here. They're finding value here, and they're jumping in. All right, so that's a bullish breakaway pattern. It's a 4-day candle structure. Going into Monday, Tuesday, we'll get the confirmation, but I wouldn't sleep on this. ANGO, wouldn't sleep on it. It's a nice little knife catch. I'm definitely going to play this for sure. But anything can happen. Very risky to get into these plays, these knife catching plays. It's not for the fucking weak, I'll tell you that much. You got to know what the hell you're doing. You seriously have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to get fucking clapped. Destroyed. But man, those gains are so sweet. Those gains are so sweet. Having 20-30% moves is sweet. Sweet. All right, moving on. Let me check. What the fuck? Oh, okay. So that one's good. Let's keep an eye on SPWH. SCWO. What's SCWO? We don't need to worry about that one. AMPX got away. GAMB I think this one was a butter play. No, this one was not a butter play. This was, I think it was John Marie or one of the guys. Doesn't really matter who the fuck it is. Yeah, this one's another one. Now I'm trying to remember why I still have this up. See, this is why we have to prep for next week. That's why we have to prep. All right, so almost got. Interesting. Oversold, rejection the RSI. You got a head and shoulder formation here. That's 100% of head and shoulders. Clean one at that. Oh, actually, no. Even arguably an Adam and Eve here. Arguably an Adam and Eve. Yeah, break the valley here. There is a valley here. Excuse me. It's this valley. Yeah, so you break below 514, and that is a confirmation. That's a death spiral to the downside. That is a death fucking spiral. Death. Surviving 514. Can't mitigate it, though. Cannot mitigate it. Not good. Not a good idea. All right, moving on. KSS. Let's see. KSS. Let's do a 3-way candle. Bark. Ooh, we missed this one. God damn it. We missed Bark. This one has to be on my radar for sure. Bark needs to be on my radar. 1000% needs to be on my radar. SLQT. SFIX. SFIX. There's a W there. TLS on the 3-day. Ooh, nice scallop here on TLS. Let me turn on the EMAs and SMAs. See what the hell I'm working with. UMA. Descending wedge. Very clean one too. Holy shit. Very clean descending wedge here on UMA. Not sure what the hell they do. Almost looks like a bump and run, but it's not. It's a failed one, LNSR. LPSN, downtrend. DH. Oh, we already played this one? We already played DH. Look at that. Great. This is an example of a catching the knife play. Catching the knife play. So that one's an interesting. DBI. What the hell is this? Why is it up only? DBI. Why is it up only? Why do I have a harmonic here? Why don't I write down my notes? PLBY. MOB. Is this Mobileye? Might be Mobileye. I think it is Mobileye. Oh, Mobicom. Never mind. PGZY. Oh, wait a minute. MOB. I got a harmonic here. I do have a harmonic here, and that's a bullish channel. I mean, that's a bullish trend to the upside. I don't like that spinning top, though. VWAP at 776. We're above VWAP, above the volume average high. Actually, no, we're testing the volume average high. Above the 5, 10, and 20 daily EMA, and you're also above the 50. MOB, I do have a bat completion here. That's actually a clean bat, actually. That's a very, very clean bat. 886 at the 2 ratio. On the D leg, yep, this is a clean bat. So target at 10, but why is this bullish? I mean, fuck it, this is bullish. Volume is absolutely shit. Are above the RSI, positive DI, getting to the 25, and the 80X curling. Wow, why is this thing bullish? It's on the 3-day time frame as well. Let me check the weekly. Yeah, this thing's bullish. Huh. Fucking bullish. Huh. Alright, so we'll keep MOB here on our watch list. I'll put an alert. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna put an alert here. The wifey's cooking some food up. KSCP. Is this the... Ooh, this one's on my watch list. I don't know why I like this one. I don't know why I like this one a lot. This is one of those robotics play. Very interesting. It's absolutely garbage of a ticker, but I don't know why I like their moat. I mean, look at the price target 1 year analysts have this thing as. At 2 years. I mean, excuse me, not 2 years. At 1 year, the price analysts have it at $15. $15. And when no one's looking at a ticker, I like to take a look at it. When nobody's looking at a ticker, I like to take a look at it. Because people trade the uptrend, I trade the downtrend, catch the lows. Analysts smarter than us see this at 15. Someone needs to dive deeper. Potential here. Wow, no one trades unknown tickers, no. Must hold true. There you go. So analysts have this dog shit ticker at 15. Aquí hay un mosquito que me está comiendo aquí. It's eating me up. Me está comiendo a mí. Alright, PZG. This is a gold mining. God damn, bro, I'm getting mosquito up. Shield 75. We're not gonna do that. Wow, shit. Shield. Absolutely ripper. What the fuck? Shield. Massive. For those of you tuning in, my YouTube is live. You can check the chart, what I'm looking at on my stream. Take a look at the stream. It's all there live. It's in the nests. Everything's in the nests. Please hit the like button. Doesn't hurt. Don't forget to hit the like button. All right, let's take a look at why next. So Shield is absolutely going parabolic on the weekly, on the 3-day, and even on the daily. Absolutely ripper. There's no Tosoki upside gap. There's no two crows. Everything here screams continuation. I mean, look at the volume here. Look at that Marabuza on the gaps. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? Absolutely gap arena. Almost a dark cloud cover scenario here, but it completely got gapped up again. This thing got gapped up. Dark cloud cover, nope, fuck you. Gapped up again on that spinning, and then another marrow opening. That's insane. Another marrow opening. There's something here on the Shield. Absolutely wild. Ticker is absolutely a monster. BLLBX. Let's take a look at this one. Broke out of a ascending. Oh, technically it's a shitty one. Let me draw it better. I don't know what. I was probably drunk. Yeah, I was probably drunk. All right, so it broke out of a key area of resistance. Came out, back tested, failed it, came back up. Let's see if going into this week it comes and back tests it. Shitty volume, so not moving. Not looking into this one. Bitcoin 96.99 right now as we speak to the right hand side panel. Still bearish. You know, I was laughing when people saying, oh, it's going to 93, 92. But it failed to hit a certain area. I gotta take a look at it again. No, we're not gonna change that. Huma. This one's 2.7 million. All right, Huma. Why is this at $1? It's in a downtrend, and I charted this somehow many weeks ago or months ago. Thank you so much, my love. Coffee and a sandwich. Wow, eso es salchichón con queso. ¿Ah? Sí. No quiero. Pero ¿quién dijo que yo no quiero? Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's really good. Es un doble sandwich. Oh my God. Shout out to the wifey. God damn. Brought me coffee and a sandwich. Good morning. All right, going back to the charts. Wow, that was delicious. And I have coffee. ¿Tú tienes leche o no? Sí. Un poquito de leche, porfa. Whoa. Huma. Wait, time out. If you don't spot these patterns early, you might just miss out on a good trade. Hold up. What is Huma doing? You guys want to see something? Look at this. I'm gonna show y'all a little trick. Whoa. Hold up. I think Huma's cooking. Hold the phone. All right, I'm gonna flip it upside down, guys. Let me see if I see what I see. Hold up, let me double check. Nah. Maybe on the 12 you can spot it. Maybe on the 12, maybe on the 4 we can spot it. Oh, actually, yep, we got something. Huma got something. Is that sugar?
No.
What is that?
Leche.
Eso es leche.
Un polvo.
Oh, you guys see what I see on Huma? On the 4 hour? Anybody see what I see on Huma? Ya, mi amor, ya. That's milk? Powdered milk? Does it have sugar?
No. Ni lactosa.
Oh, that's so juicy. All right, so in Huma, I see something interesting here. Very interesting pattern here on Huma. On the 4 hour, you can spot it. You almost missed it on the daily. Right? But if you notice Huma, look what's happening here. You guys see it? Or am I the only one? Am I the only one that sees it? Oh shit. Here we go. I'm gonna flip it again. Oh shit. Oh, Huma looking interesting here. Now, doesn't mean that it's gonna doesn't mean it's gonna pan out nicely. But Huma is definitely doing something. If you weren't gonna catch, you're gonna miss him. Looks like an inverted head and shoulders on the 4 hour on Huma. Almost missed this play, or at least this trend, potential pattern. Okay, kind of had a little breakout here. Now it's coming back down to form the shoulder, the right hand shoulder side. Still needs to cook here. So let me see on the 12 hour here on Huma. Oh yeah, Huma got a nice little potential here, guys. Huma got a nice little potential here. Now we definitely need the price action to pull back a bit to get the right shoulder going. So what I'm going to do is to get the right shoulder going, I'm going to put an alert at 110. Hopefully it gets back here. But on the 12 hour, that is absolutely a potential inverted head and shoulders. Let me go ahead and put this one in the Discord. Shout out to the Discord. You guys got... Someone keep tabs on this ticker, please. Huma got a potential inverted head and shoulders. Let's go. Let's fucking go. For those of you tuning in, the stream link, the stream is live. It's on the Nest. Let's go. Plus, I'm eating my sandwich. All right, so Huma's on my watch list. Let's see what happens here. I put an alert here at $1.10. All right, moving on. Mobix. You know I have to dabble here. on Mobix. It's absolutely oversold. And for the price target, I'll just throw $20 at that thing. All right, VSAT. Why is this? Oh boy, a lot of you guys don't know, but my TA journey started off of this ticker. Nobody really knows this, but my TA journey started off because of VSAT. One day, Sammy He was an investor, not a fucking TA guy. Sammy put money many years ago. Sammy put money on VSAT years ago. Sammy, years ago, I won't say where, lost a lot of money on VSAT before he became a chartist. All right? And he had a thesis, it's a satellite play, blah, blah, blah. Then one day, I put money on VSAT, and the trade went against me right away. I'll never forget it. And that's when my journey began on TAing. Because I took a hard-ass L, and I fucking succeeded after that. I learned my lesson. You take a trade. Wasn't a TA, I was more an investor. VSAT started my journey. And ever since, and I gotta thank VSAT. And because of VSAT, I am where I am now. So thank you, VSAT. I lost a lot of money when I was younger. But you actually, you absolutely thrived. I thrived because of you. Because of that hard-learned lesson many years ago. So shout out to fucking VSAT. For those of you tuning in, again, the link is in the nest. I'm charting as we speak. I'm just going through some of my watch list, prepping for the week. All I'm doing is just going through shit. I'm not really gonna do much, just looking at the next opportunity. I mean, I posted 3 videos within 3 days. So you guys more or less know what plays I'm playing for the next week, what I'm observing. Ooh, nice little potential descending wedge here. Cipher. Interesting. Thank you, my love, for making me a sandwich. Let me get a kiss. Come on, let me get a kiss. Can you say thank you, my love? Thank you, my love. I love you too. Shit. Beautiful, beautiful. It's always nice to have a backup. All right, red wire. Looking at red wire. Whoa, hello. Bunch of candles here. Oh, whoa. I like that bullish engulfing. I do like that progression here. Bullish engulfing. Very nice to see. Let me see the EMAs and SMAs real quick, even though, ooh, on the weekly, we're about to slap that 50 on the weekly. Let me check the 3-day. Okay, I don't see no, I do see a spinning. Let me see the daily here. Any bearish deliberation candle structure setup? No, absolutely got collapsed. You almost, no. This thing screams a potential continuation to the upside. Now, you are scalding here, and you are overextended. I'm not a fan of buying shit at all-time highs. Not a fucking fan, but sometimes the trade continues onward for whatever reason. I do see this volume bar here. There's a lot of buyers stepping in. Who knows? This reminds me of TE, going back to TE, a potential head and shoulders. Look at this beautiful fucking structure about to pan out on TE, and if nobody catches on, you might get clapped. Arguably, TE is in a complex head and shoulders, right? Double shoulders. Looking at the stream, but if you take a closer look, well, look at the shoulder left. All right, let's get rid of all the EMAs, SMAs. Look at the shoulder to the left-hand side. Let me turn off the EMAs, nice and clean. Look at that head, right? We all know. And look at the potential right shoulder on TE. And if you don't spot it, you're gonna get clapped. So from a risk reward, this thing has been overextended. It's been making higher highs, higher lows. The RSI is making bearish divergences. RSI is about to come down to the mean. But again, is the trend dead? The trend is still strong. It's still up. Look at the daily EMAs. You bounce off a key area of support on that 20. You did get a reaction here on Friday's candle on the 9th. A reaction, support bounce. But that's a doji. All right, that's a doji. All right, the candle, real body candle, almost hit the 50% of the previous candle structure of that bearishness. So this is going to be a very, how do you say, it's an inflection point. The trend is still up, but is the exhaust in? Well, tuning in a little bit to the 12-hour real quick. Let me just see something. Yep, we are seeing a potential reversal. We are seeing a potential reversal. This candle structure, these dojis on the 12 is giving you a heads up. Look at this potential gravestone. That's very loud. No, I don't need the fan. I don't need the fan. Let me see. I don't need the fan. I'm only going to be streaming for another couple minutes. Actually, for maybe like a couple more minutes. So anyway, back to the 12-hour. Back to the 12. We're below the 5, 10, and 20 EMAs on the 12. the trend is now somewhat weakening. So this is a potential reversal on TE. Aside from the fact that it's still in an uptrend. Oh shit, I forgot about chat. Aside from the fact we're still in an uptrend, you are seeing a potential head and shoulders. You got to catch on to these things much sooner, because then you can say, you know what? From a risk reward, I observe a potential head and shoulders. I'd rather sit on my hands, right? I'd rather sit on my hands on TE. A great company. I still don't know what the fuck they do, nor I care. But the candles tell you everything you need to know. All right? All right, moving on. EKSO, a descending wedge. Very clean one at that. Very easy to spot. Very, very easy to spot. Descending wedges here, folks. Look at that. Wow, bearish piercing line. Engulfing the previous bullish candle. Completely collapsed here. You are not seeing any reversal candles thus yet. All right. Sometimes you want to see a descent block formation when candles are weakening, but they're not weakening at all. These are nice, fully grown adult bearish candles. All right. This potentially might collapse down to, you cannot mitigate exactly 786 on this thing. Actually, let me get the right number. Do not mitigate 784, excuse me. 784, if you notice. All right, the closing body, and look at the opening body. Okay, so look at the support bounce off that wick, 785. If this thing breaks below 785, folks, this thing's going down, down, down. There's a gap fill here on EKSO. Have no idea what the fuck they do at exactly 560. So if you like making money to the downside, EKSO, I don't know. If you play puts, enjoy it. If not, oh well. And EGG neg. What the? Sorry guys, I'm having a brown mac sandwich. If you guys watching the stream, please hit the like button. Please. I would highly appreciate it. I would highly appreciate it. All right. Moving on to BBAI. You want to go to the, my love, you want to go to the beach or you want to go to the pool? You want to go to the pool? Okay. You want to wet your hair? Do you want alcohol today? You don't want alcohol today? But you want pool, right? All right, the wifey wants pool. I'm fucked. Huh? Yeah, you want a drink? Un trago. It's the same shit. ¿Tú quieres comprar? Do we need to go to the liquor store? Comprar una botella. So we gotta go to the supermarket and buy juice and ice, right? So we have juice en la colmado de la tienda de esta vieja. Okay. So tenemos un plan, ¿verdad? Sorry, guys. All right, BMNR. I haven't looked at this thing in ever. I haven't looked at this thing in forever. BMNR. Holy shit, BMNR. Hold on. I got to cook on this one. Hold on. Let me drink my coffee. Let's talk about BMNR. Let's talk about BMNR real quick. I'm going to refresh the page. I hope to see 5 likes. Come on, boys. Come on, 2 likes. 5. Actually, give me 3. One more. One lousy more. All right, so BMNR. There is somebody out there in the world that needs to pump their bags. Okay? That needs to pump their bags. That guy's name is called Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee needs to pump his bags, right? Tommy Lee also is not a chartist. Tommy Lee buys at all-time highs. All right, if he's going to get into Ethereum, Tommy Lee, let's talk about Ethereum real quick because this is relative. Tommy Lee was by Ethereum at 4,002, at 3,005, and I think he did one more purchase around 3,000, right? I think the only time he actually made money on his investments, I'm assuming, was like right here, I mean, he did kind of bought back here, right? When he started his company, whatever. But he started making more purchases after the fact. It was like 2 or 3 times after the fact. May or may not be, I could give 2 flying fucks whether that's true or not. The only thing is, are we seeing almost the same correlation in price action? Bitcoin and fucking Ethereum? Almost. Almost. There's a fat W on Ethereum, that's for sure. I do see a W here. It's actually, this is actually called a deep crab. Deep crabs, you actually have a high tolerance on deep crabs. Deep crabs have high tolerance. Upwards sometimes to 8%. 8%. Deep crabs are actually one of my favorite harmonic structures to play on because the upside gains on a potential reversal to the upside or downside, doesn't really matter which way you play, are much, much longer because of the tolerance. All right? Well, that's a story for another day. Anyway, is Ethereum trying to break out? Yeah. You are making higher highs, higher lows, but look at this. All right? We're failing to break. The real body candles above 32.41. We keep rejecting 32.41. Let me turn on the daily because I'm on the 3-day. Okay, we're above 50 SMA daily. Wow. Well, you know what else is above 50 SMA daily? Let me flip it over to fucking Bitcoin. Bitcoin is literally above 50 SMA daily. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me there's a correlation? No way. Was it the daily? Oh, here we go. Here we go. The daily. Here we go. Wait a minute. Bitcoin's above the 50 SMA. So is Ethereum? No. The crypto people don't fucking understand. Why waste your breath at looking at any other shitcoin when everything follows Bitcoin? No way. I'm wasting my time? Get the fuck out of here. Wow, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Ethereum, Bitcoin. Oh my God, the same fucking candle structure is on both these charts. And you guys want to talk about Ethereum? Why is no one talking about just one asset class that leads the entire fucking crypto space? Why waste your fucking time looking at every other shitty coin, all coin, your mother's coin, your dog's coin, your grandma's coin, your brothers and sisters' coin, when you should just be following Bitcoin? Why? Oh, wait a minute. Did you guys know Sol? Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to show you something. Sol on the daily, guys. Oh, look at Sol. Look at Sol. Where's the fuck is Sol? Where is Sol? Solana, right? Is that what it's called? Solana. Where the fuck is it? Solana. I think I still have the pattern. I think I still have it. Hopefully it loads. No, it didn't load. Fuck. It didn't load. Excuse me. Where was the chart? I posted a whole bunch of things on my chart yesterday. Good morning, bro. What's going on? Oh, shit. YouTube chat. What's going on, browsing? Alts follow ETH also. Tenet, yes. And Ethereum also follows Bitcoin. So why are we wasting time on Ethereum, looking at Ethereum when we should be looking at Bitcoin? Let me pull it up again. Hold on. I want you to really take a look at Ethereum, and I really want you to take a look at Bitcoin. All right. Let me just turn off all the motherfucking noise. Let me turn off all the noise. I'm gonna turn off all the EMAs, right? Let me turn it on the daily. All right. All right. I see a W on Ethereum, right? Do you also see a W on Bitcoin? Let me turn off all the noise, right? Let me turn off all the noise. All right. Do you see a W? All right. Well, since you don't trade harmonics, I'm gonna show you a W. I'm gonna show you a droopy W. All right. That's a W. All right. Let's just say that's a harmonic, right? Wow. I also see a W on Ethereum, right? So that's confluence number uno, right? There's a W, right? Same shit. Nice fucking potential. People call this a rounding bottom. That's not a rounding bottom. I won't say who said that, but that's absolutely not a rounding bottom. All right. If you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, why the fuck are we wasting time and energy looking at any other asset class when you should be looking at Bitcoin, which is the frontier, which is the Samuel Adams, the fucking John Hancock of the entire fuck you crypto universe? Why? Why people wasting time? Look, it's the same fucking candle structure, the same fucking shit. So when I'm in these Bitcoin spaces or these Ethereum spaces, pisses me off because degenerates don't realize, hey, you retards, look at Bitcoin. Why waste your time on Ethereum if it's moving with Bitcoin? I'm not here to shit on your thesis. Just stop wasting fucking energy, man. We only got one life. Do it right. Do it smart. Fuck. Anyway. Moving on back to equities. Oh, yeah, BM&R. So knowing what we know on BM&R. Knowing what we know with BM&R. Higher beta. Sure. Sure. If you're into that. But you should use Bitcoin as a leading indicator. I hope people do. I hope people do use Bitcoin as a leading indicator because I use it as a VIX. It's been working out very well for me, actually. All right, so BM&R, nasty ass downward trend. Nasty following Ethereum and Bitcoin, all that good stuff. But again, it's finding support here. It loves to find around 26. Did it twice, 1 and 2. Nice little rejection here off that Gravestone Doji. Actually, Morningstar. I said Gravestone, huh? That's actually called a Dragonfly Doji, not a Gravestone. That's a Morningstar at the impulse. And one of the cool things about these Morningstars that they're not technically considered Morningstar. These are called bullish liberation patterns, candle structures. Bullish liberation. Nasty long bearish candles, bearish, and then the reaction on the third day candle structure. This is called a bullish deliberation candle structure. All right. Sure, they'll call it Morningstar, but let's start using, let's start having a little bit of respect on the Japanese ancestors out here, man. Let's start naming them what they are. Naming them what they are. Anyway, who fucking cares, right? So yeah, downward trend on BM&R. Looks like it's gonna get back to 2680. Clean area bounce again. I don't know. Buy your fucking puts. I don't give a shit. ASTS. Wow, almost at the completion point too. Wow, we were off by $4, $5. Almost hit it too. Wow. What up? Hi. Oh, housing specialist. What's up, papa? Que lo que, money? Talk to me. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Peter Skiff is saying it's still a good time to... All right, so a commentary from the Discord member. Peter Skiff is saying it's still a good time to invest in silver and gold miners, INCL, JR miners. He mentioned EPGIX. Peter Skiff is recommending EPGIX. Let's take a look at EPGIX. What the fuck is this? EPG. What is this? What? Well, EPGIX, $20. What is this? A Europac gold fund. Europac gold fund. I've never seen this before in my life. And I actually have to get the Heikinashi candles to see what the hell I'm looking at here. Oh, so it's a fund class. Okay, gold fund class. Interesting. Hold on, I'm taking a bite of my sandwich. What he meant by he said his fun. Oh, okay. Me neither. Alright, we got a bunch of tickers over here. I got Paul. That's actually nice because so many crypto coins rip off existing ticker names. Bingo. Paul, bingo. It's all the same fucking shit. Literally. It's all the same shit. Follow Bitcoin. If you're gonna trade these shit coins, just follow Bitcoin. Anyway, I do see some tickers here. All right, you get one housing because I also got Tintinet that wants Zeta. So we're gonna do. Let's just do. We already did TE. We haven't done EVAA. We haven't done SKYT, and we haven't done Velo. So which one? I'll go over Zeta first, and then you tell me which one. There's too many. Because I got a girlfriend, guys. I only did this because I'm trying to prep for the week. We are going to take some nice trades going into next week. I am still bearish in the market, but whatever. I'm very bearish in the market. But my opinion does not fucking matter at the end of the day. Zeta. Why do I have a harmonic here? Actually, this is a 1618 at the 224. There we go. That's much cleaner. 1618, 224, 886. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, this is actually clean. Oh yeah, 1618 and a 224. Actually, this is a clean bearish. I mean, not bearish. The proper terminology is called a deep crab bearish harmonic. Deep crab bearish harmonic. We are at literally exhausted here. All right, and what we do when we play these harmonics, you take your Fibonacci from the low to the high off of these bearish trends, off of this harmonic completion, and you take a look at the 382 as a potential profit target number 1, not financial advice. When you're trading harmonics, this is how you trade harmonics. And they has to be very nice tight ratios, and this is very nice and tight, minus the AC leg. But AC leg is, you can be very flexible with the AC leg. But the point is, yeah, so if it comes and breaks below the 2283, there's a gap fill exactly at, right at your 382 at 2189. So this, right, this candle structure up here, I would not trade this at all. This is FOMO. I would obviously wait for price action to get below. Let me turn on the EMAs real quick. Are we weakening on the EMAs and SMAs? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Not yet. So you haven't touched the 5 daily yet. So you'll get your confirmation soon enough. You'll get your confirmation. Is there bearish divergence on the 12? Hold up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's bearish divergence here. And this is technically called Class A bearish divergence too, on top of that. Bearish divergence, Class A. So the weakening is showing. The weakening is showing. Let me actually get the bearish. Let me get the right here. Right there, boom. Price action making higher highs, but your RSI potentially is making what? Lower highs. All right. Where it closed at, but look at the RSI angle. Lower highs potentially, we'll find out Monday for confirmation, but from a risk reward, I would not trade this shit up here. This is called FOMO. Looks like a bull flag breakout, right? Almost a bull flag breakout, right? Right? It's arguably a bull flag, right? Oh my God, it broke out of a flag. Oh my God, wow. But you really gonna risk it up here, knowing that might be a potential inverted here with a bearish divergence? Okay, that's not a powerful opening candle here. That's not an engulfing bullish. That's a weak short candle at these highs. That's a psychological warning here, potentially to the downside. Look at the VWAP. VWAP is at 24.29. You gonna take a chance up here? Short candle at the impulse. Nice huge wick at the impulse. Opening body, but look again. Look at the finishing, right below that wick high at that on January 5th. Uh-oh. Bearish divergence, Class A. Price action making higher highs. RSI making lower highs. Uh-oh. You really gonna take a chance up here? Not me. Absolutely fucking not. We also have confluence, bearish harmonic completion point at these highs as well. 1618 with a 224. AC leg 618 with an 856. 886 is your sweet spot. You do have 8% tolerance. So if I'm gonna take off this, if I'm gonna play off this harmonic, I trust my harmonics. I trust my own my TA. I'm gonna look at the 382. Now, is it gonna go up? Potentially. I'm not a fucking Houdini, but what I do is I look at data and past price action history. All we've been seeing is upside momentum. At what point does a fat lady stop singing? At what point does a fat lady stop singing? But otherwise, the trend is still intact. It's very much in an uptrend. Powerful move, without question. The question is when to catch the momentum back down for another leg up, right? For another leg up, right? And then hopefully bounce up here, right? But very powerful ticker, still in an uptrend, very, very strong at that. Also, to add more confluence, you can even argue, all right, sometimes you can spot head and shoulders on the RSI. So watch this, folks. Sometimes. All right. I did this with Bitcoin not too long ago, but for this sake, I don't think it's going to work on the Heiken Ashi. But I will show you guys something on Bitcoin. There's a neat little trick. So look at the RSI. Look it to the bottom. All right. Look at this. Nice little tip. All right. This is why our oscillators just give you what? Confirmation of your thesis. It just gives you more trust in your thesis. We'll look at the shoulder here on the left. Look at the head here on the top. All right. And look at the potential to the right shoulder. Right? All right. In theory, the left shoulder to have the best pattern structure on Head and Shoulders is when the left is higher than the right. When the left is higher than the right, but this is the RSI, right? This is not actual price action. It's just the RSI. It uses different types of ways of managing or looking at trades, or how it processes the trades on the RSI. But if you notice the RSI here, it's a potential Head and Shoulders. A potential Head and Shoulders. You also got the neckline right here. Look at this. A very clean neckline, right? That's a potential neckline. So, you come to all these conclusions, you come to your thesis, you come to your story, you come to your P's and Q's, you cross them, and then you say, hey, this might be a reversal. It might be a reversal. Anytime, anytime, just hit the like button. All I ask is hit the like button. Discord is free. Discord is all free. I have Sammy Plays. I post every day on my Discord. I don't charge nothing yet. I will charge in the future. I don't give a fuck if people have a problem with that. But if I'm providing value, at some point, I need to eat too. But I'm just being honest with you. I'm giving it to you raw. I'm giving it to you raw. All right? So, ASTS, wait for the pullback. I mean, Zeta, just wait for the pullback. The trend is still up. Just watch that 382 off of this bearish harmonic completion exactly up here. And obviously the candles are giving you a heads up. Hey, this is weakening, okay? Just a heads up. All right? Anyway, moving on. All right, so let's see. Housing. What's up, my boy? King Kent. You on AEVA? Let's take a look at AEVA. Shout out to King Kent. I advise, if you guys are into bio plays, if you're just tuning in, King Kent is the fucking king at bio plays. This man absolutely does his homework. He's into that sort of shit. I'm not into bio plays. I don't like bio. I hate it. But he's been killing it. And that's his niche. And he's destroying it. He's really fucking good at it. So if you guys are into bio plays, we do have a guy who's specifically on top of bio. He's in the Discord, King Kent. Shout out to King Kent. Anyway, moving on, we do have an inverted Head and Shoulders here on AEVA. AEVA. We have a completion point exactly off this Head and Shoulder, inverted at 29.73. We do have a macro cup and handle formation completion point at roughly 226, which is absolutely ludicrous. So let me go ahead and, I don't know where I drew that, but this is a rounding bottom. All right, this is a rounding bottom, and rounding bottoms, unfortunately, I don't like to draw them because the measurement rules off these rounding bottoms are absolutely ludicrous. All right, very rare. They're absolutely ludicrous, but it's nice to see a potential upside continuation, right? I mean, literally, I don't even know what to say. Rounding bottom, cup and handle breakout, plus you had an inverted Head and Shoulders breakout. Indicated target at 29.74 off. God damn, wait a minute. What the fuck is this? Wait, what is this? This is so bullish. This is so bullish. Look at this. This shit is fucking bullish. Also, the RSI, inverted head. Inverted head. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Don't tell me. I remember. Yeah, this thing is absolutely going parabolic, dude. This candle, this chart absolutely screams more upside. Hold on, let me double check here on the EMAs. SMAs and all that good stuff. Oh my God. Oh my, you were about to get fucking clapped on an impending death cross, and it absolutely did not happen because of the news or whatever event happened. You broke above the 50, and that 200 was just waiting for you. That 200 was waiting for you, because if price action failed to get above exactly 1788, that impending death cross could have panned out. And the fact that you are now sitting above the 50, the 100, and the 200, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. AEVA is a watch. You got, oh, look at that. Analysts have it price target at 24. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. God damn, this ticker is strong. So I guess 226 doesn't seem too far-fetched, huh? But let's not talk about long-term. Let's talk about the short-term time frames, okay? Inverted Head and Shoulders, indicator target off the measurement rules at 29.71 off of these patterns. Very, very nice to see here. Very nice. Absolutely. Guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to give you guys the link to the Discord. It's all free. I don't charge shit. I'm posting the link in the Discord, in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Go ahead and click on it. I have a growing community, that's for sure. If you guys are into crypto, I do have a crypto room. I have a bio room. I have an options room. Oh yeah, guys, Discord members that are the ones that are listening, I'm dropping the options book after the stream. I'm dropping the options book after the stream. It's free, all free. Actually, let me see if I can pull up the... Oh, no, I got to edit the book a little bit. I just got to edit one thing on the book, and then I'm going to drop the book for free on the options channel. We're going to do a lot of options this year, guys. We're going to do options this year. That's my goal. This year is going to be about options and energy tickers. All right? Because what I see on SPY, I'm very bearish. I'm very bearish on SPY. At some point, it can't go up. It's got to stop. So, we'll see. All right, let's take a look at 1 or 2, 3 tickers here. Take a look at Grab while I'm eating my sandwich. Okay. Okay, Grab. Oh my God. This shit is garbage. You know who's in Grab, guys? Anybody know that famous YouTuber that's in Grab? Anybody know? There's a famous YouTuber that's in Grab. He's a hard Grab bull. Amit, there you go, Paul. Absolutely, Amit is in Grab. I don't know what he sees in this company, bro. I might be wrong. I might be absolutely talking out of my ass. But when I see the shares float at $2.5 billion, 2.5 billion, I said, whoa. Oh, hell no. Hell no. No fucking way. I don't know what he sees in Grab right now. This is technically not a bad time to buy Grab if you're DCAing. Not financial advice. If you look at the weekly or the 3-day time frame, we do see a reaction here exactly at the 484 bounce, 484 bounce. Another bearish engulfing candle coming down at the bounce. Is there a wick on this candle on the 3-day? Yeah, there is a wick. Another bounce. And we found support. Likes the fucking 484. From a risk reward, this is a great time to potentially, not financial advice, potential reversal. Let me take a look at the EMAs on this dog shit ticker. Absolutely garbage. Downward trend. Absolutely garbage. Absolutely garbage. Is there put options on this thing? Is there put options? I have to check the options chain on this. Yeah, there's probably is. Because it's been around for quite some time. Yeah, this thing's on a downward channel. This thing's absolutely dog shit. Alright. Dog. Garbage. Garbage. Alright, Nike. What's up, my love? ¿Te sientes bien? ¿Ah? Ya casi lo vamos. ¿Y qué es eso?
Una neverita.
Véndelo. Tú puedes venderlo. A la tienda de cosas. Tú puedes venderlo.
Mira, eso me lo regalaron.
Pues tú puedes venderlo, ganar tu dinero.
Me estoy ahorrando porque no me tengo que comprar una neverita.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at one or two more tickers. I got a whole girl. Oh wow, that's really nice. That's really nice. BULL Wolf. Woof. Let's take a look at Woof. Okay. Huh. Ooh, Woof is doing something interesting here. Woof is doing something interesting here. Pero vamos a tener... Oh, ya lo me igualito. Hola. Hola. All right, let me focus. All right, so Wolf, interesting ticker. I am seeing some sort of upside here. Very interesting formation, though. If you don't spot it, you might miss it. You might miss it. Let me see if I can actually spot it. All right, so there's something here. There's something here. No. No. Just flat highs. Yeah, flat highs. There is some sort of divergence here. Interesting. No. Not even, but there is a W. Yep. Go to 886 and 2. 886 and 2. Oh, yeah, that actually does work. Okay. Let me draw the fib. Hopefully it hits a harmonic. I mean, a fib. Oh, yeah, the golden pocket. Golden pocket. Wow, perfectly aligned. Wow, right at that 450. 440. Shit. This actually is really good. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Interesting here. RGT, Argentina stabilization, scares me. I get in there, it drops. Oh, I'm just seeing the chat now. I try to grab on the up and sold the position. EOS, energy play, but I have not studied, but it's moving T1 energy just faster. ARGT, let's take a look at ARGT. ARGT, and then I'll finish off with EOSC or whatever. Oh, ARGT is an EDF. This is a what? EDF. Oh, investment fund mutual. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, looks good here. Looks like a hammer at this 3-day. Looks good. Looks good. Let me see the 3. Let me see the weekly. Oh, it's about to hit resistance. It's about to hit resistance. At resistance, actually. It's literally at resistance as we speak. But if you guys notice something very nice to see here, a nice pattern, ascending wedge, very clean one too. This is actually a very, very clean one. Very, very clean ascending wedge. Very nice one. Very nice one. Ya, yo va a terminar como en 5 minutos ya. Tú te vas a bañar y todo. Tú te vas a poner un traje de baño. Okay, está bien. All right, let's take a look at one more. Wait, time out. Not one more. Hold up, 1 second. Let me finish this one. All right, looks like we're about to enter new price discovery, a new territory. So let me go ahead and turn on the fib extension here. Let me turn on the fib extension to the upside. All right, for potential upside momentum. All right, upside momentum here. Let me see if we can grab nice little ratios. Here we go. Here's the upside in terms of this structure formation here. All right, let me see if we can get some sort of confluence. I gotta be accurate as shit. Okay, so we take it from there, upside here. We'll do it from here. We'll take it from here as well. All right, there we go. Do have an opening. Excuse me, a closure above the 0.65. Okay, here's the upside. Bingo. Momentum wick. Here we go. Okay, so this is the upside channel ratio potential. Confluence is finding resistance on these ratios. They're trying to get as close as possible. All right, finding close as possible. It's like, for example, I do see here this closure body candle here exactly at the 0.65. So that adds confluence that this rejection area is clean, or at least this fib extension is clean. All right. I can always go on smaller time frames, but I'm not going to stress my fucking self out here. All right. I am not going to stress myself out. I'm not. So, all right, next one. Banks are going to have currency. That's why Colombia said, hey, whatever you want. They don't want no smoke. That's true. Paul with the macro. EOSC. We'll finish off with this one. Guys, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. EOSE. Whoa! 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 Holy shit! EOSE. EOSE. What the fuck? What the fuck? If I were to draw exactly what I think I want to draw, there's a crazy measurement rule off of this formation that I see right off the rip. There's a measurement rule, so much to the upside that it's a ridiculous number. It's a ridiculous number. This is why I don't like drawing patterns on screen, because people are gonna be, well, Sammy, you said it's going to 500. I said no, that's just the observation where the trend might take place. It's just an observation because it just gives you a more of a confluence to your thesis, whatever that might be, upside or downside. But if you guys notice what's happening here on EOSC, well, let's talk about it. Well, what do you guys see? Well, right after you had that nice little movement to the upside, uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, what does that look like now? Oh, shit. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. What is that? Oh, man. Is that a bull flag? No. You guys want to know where the pole is? You guys want to know where the pole is? Here, I'll show you the pole. This is the pole. That's the measurement rule. You guys want to know how stupid this thing can get to? This is why I don't like doing these on stream, because, you know, people's fucking psyche gets crazy. Oh, look, there's a measurement stupid rule at 83.77 indicator target off of this potential bull flag channel, whatever have you. Oh, no. This is why I don't do these. That looks really nice. 83.77. 83.77. So, very stupid to assume we're getting there. Very dumb to assume we might get there. I mean, to assume we're going to get there. No, work your way up slowly, in stages, in stages, in stages. Everything's about stages. Structure, structure, structure. Don't fall for the hype. Work in clusters, 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 clusters. The market is all about boxes. That's the easiest way to observe the market, is in boxes. All right? That's literally the most, for me at least, is looking at it in boxes, in stages. Information, candle structure, breakout, momentum, downside, bearish, consolidation, rectangle top, rectangle bottoms. Is it in a stage of consolidation? Well, look at the flag here. Look at the channel. Look at this weekly bull flag. Consolidation, up and down, up and down, up and down. EOSE was just consolidating. But look, every time we hit this bottom trend line, what does this thing wants to do? Let me make it cleaner. Uh-oh, bottom support bounce. Every time we hit that support, whoopee. Look at that. Upside, every time. 1, 2, 3. Support bounce, moves up 25%. Rejection, oh no, coming right back. I mean, why is it not fucking working? Rejection, back down 31%. Uh-oh, we touched it again. Support line. Whoa, 38%. Wow. That one. Yes, that one. Yes, I like that one. Yes, I like that one. Yes. Wow. So, it looks like it wants to break out. The chewing Sammy. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I saw that, Jude. I saw you. I caught you. I caught you. All right. Need 2 more touches, right? Well, this is on the weekly time frame. Now I'm looking at a 3-day. The 5-touch rule is to give you structure in breakouts. They're not always biblical. Okay, if you notice price action here, price action has been completely hitting top and bottom lines for days and days on end. You don't the 5-touch rule is to give you confluence. Okay, but look at that. We touched it multiple times. That's more than 5. Top end trend line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're touching it again, but on the bottom we touch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times roughly. All right. So you look at structure to come to a thesis, to come to a conclusion. 5-touch or more is confluence. That's the sweet spot. When you're trading in a trend, up or down, downward diagonal, upward diagonal, there's a rule, 5 touches or more adds confluence. That's the sweet spot. Sure, you can have 4, but the sweet spot is 5. So it's all about observing what candle breaks out and then the volume behind that breakout. And always remember the back test off the breakout trend. That's a story for another day. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going, girlfriend. We have a pool to get to. It is Sunday. So, guys, please hit the like button. Awesome stream today. Very chill, very relaxed. Just prepping for the week. Shout out to the Discord members. You guys, I'm going to post a book right now on options, and it's all free. So enjoy the book, and we'll talk later. So have a beautiful weekend, guys. Cheers.